Hi guys, welcome to another episode, and today we're reviewing the all new, brand spanking new Nissan Qashqai. As you can see, it's absolutely stunning. Let's have a little look at it. Right then, so we're going to come to the front of the car, and as you can see already, a massive improvement on the previous model. Now this one does come with LED daytime running lights, which look absolutely amazing in the daytime. It looks quite nasty and evil from the front actually, which I like. We've got these massive alloys, which I think they really stand out against this colour. This colour I do really like. I'm not normally a fan of this colour grey, if I'm honest, but I do think it really does suit this car. Now we're going to come up to here and we're going to have a look at the doors. Now there is one problem with this car for me personally. The doors are lovely and light. Now I will show you this. It is a little bit difficult for me to get into alone. So unfortunately in this video I won't actually be able to show you me transferring in on the video, because I do need assistance with it. But once you are in, it's great. But don't forget, this is just my personal preference that I can't actually get in myself. That doesn't mean to say that someone else who manages to transfer better, they would be able to get in, maybe, I don't know. But personally I can't. But what I do like, which I want to cover this, because even though I can't get in alone, if you look here, there's this like rubber protection part against the paintwork. Now when I go right up against it for me to transfer it in, it instantly protects the paintwork from my wheelchair actually scratching it. I'm sure as a wheelchair user, if you are one, you will know that you do tend to scratch a car when you get in for you to be able to transfer in, because you need to go so close. But once you are in, it's great. This model comes with leather seats, also electric. Now, one thing I will say with this car is the sides of the seats are quite firm, hence why I find it difficult to get into. But again, like I said, other people may not struggle with it, but I personally do. We're going to come to the back, and the back doors again are really light. Now if you are able to transfer it into the back, then it's great, because you've got a massive door opening angle, massive. Now the one thing I will say with the back, there isn't much leg room. From what I can see, I haven't been able to transfer it into the back myself, but from what I can see, there isn't much leg room. But in the back, you've got your air conditioning, you've got USB chargers, you've got leather seats in the back again, electric windows. So it's quite a nice back if you're on a passenger. Now we're going to come on to the boot. Now this is my favourite part, and I love it on every single car that we do like this. It's got an electric boot, which you can do off the key. So you simply hold the key and it opens. It's fab. I love it. And you can also do that by either pressing the button on the boot itself to close it, or there's a button inside by the steering wheel which again will close it and open it. Now the boot, you'll see, is fairly decent. It does have a false floor, which you can lift up and take out. My wheelchair does fit in there, but you do have to take it apart. But again, you still got room either side of the wheelchair to still fit your shopping in. And don't forget, you've still got the inside of the cabin, such as the back seats, to put other bits of shopping on if you want to, didn't have passengers. It does also have little hooks to hold your shopping in there. Altogether, I would say it's a massive improvement on the previous model. Right then, so we are inside the car now. Like I said earlier, I couldn't show you the transfer because I needed assistance to get in. It is a fairly difficult transfer for me like I said earlier, it's because of the sides of the seats are quite firm, and I personally couldn't lift myself higher than the side of the seat to slide over. But once we're in, it's brilliant. It's so simple and completely different to previous models. The first thing that catches my eye, if I'm honest, is the steering wheel, because the steering wheel is completely redesigned again from previous models. Love that. So simple, well laid out. You've then got the digital dashboard, which I think is great, because you can toggle between different modes with that, which is great. I like that. The entertainment system comes with your Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, DAB radio, Android Auto, all your simple things. It does also have reversing cameras and an aerial view of the car when you're in reverse. It has sensors right the way around, front, back and sides, both to help you when you're parking, and it comes in use when you're using ProPilot, which is, it basically controls the whole car. You're driving, you're steering, your acceleration, your braking, like the adaptive cruise control, I suppose, which it has also got, which is built in to the ProPilot, which is great, which is when the sensors then come into play, both for the ProPilot and when you're reversing. I think it's great. Like I said, everything about this car is very well laid out. The screen on the media system is very clear. It's crystal clear, in fact, and I think it's great. It's a nice size, not too big, not too small. It's brilliant, quite responsive. Now we're going to come down to the air conditioning unit, which I think is great. We've got heated seats at both sides. We've then got dual climate control. It's got a heated steering wheel as well, which is great. I do like everything about this car, if I'm honest. And the one thing that really stands out to me, really strange, but I like where the start button is. It's right down in the centre console, out of the way, quick click of that, great. And I really like it. Now, one thing you will notice, compared to other automatics, for example, especially in newer cars, the gear stick has changed compared to, like, say, other videos that we've done. Some other gear sticks these days that tend to be like little joysticks. This one is a little bit bigger, same kind of thing though. So it's got your park, neutral, drive, reverse, and then sport mode. But it does also have flappy paddles if you want to change gear yourself. It's great. It's got different driving modes. So you've got your normal, you've got your sport, you've got eco one. It's got auto hold as well on the handbrake system, which is great. It's got an electronic handbrake. Yeah, all around, it's a really nice car. It does have a lot of storage. We've got storage in here. We've got storage for cups. There's a lot of storage. And the one thing I do like, no messing about with wires, wireless charging. Who doesn't love wireless charging? Because I do. It's got electric windows, electric mirrors. This one comes with a Bose sound system, which is an extra. It's great. It does also have a panoramic sunroof. It doesn't open, but it does take, you can take the cover off so that you can have just the window, which is nice. It lets a lot of light in. And yeah, it's all around a massive improvement compared to previous models. And I really do genuinely like this car. So we're driving to our location, and I've got to be honest, this car is super comfortable, especially on my back. I've got the heated seats on at the minute. It handles very well. It corners lovely, but at the same time, you don't really feel any bumps. It seems to absorb everything, and which is quite surprising because of how big the tyres are. Now, as I said, the acceleration is great. I do like it. It's not super fast, but it's got a lot of power there should you need it to be. And yeah, it's really, really comfortable. Yeah, so I do really think this car is completely different to previous models. It's actually a pleasure to drive. And one thing I like about it, as you'll probably guess already from previous videos, I do like my gadgets. This ProPilot is fantastic. This has also got a head-up display, which is slightly put to the right-hand side. I don't know whether that's done on purpose, but I find it's great because it doesn't obstruct your view in front. It does get a little bit distracting from time to time, but like I said, it is a good thing to have there because you can get to just glance over to the right slightly just to keep an eye on your speed, but still you can see everything that's in front of you without it affecting your view. And I've got to be honest, like I said, it is absolutely fantastic and a massive improvement compared to the previous model. Massively. It's quite fun to drive, but also if you just wanted, you know, just have a nice little relaxing drive, it does that for you as well. And it is just, I don't know, as I keep saying, it's absolutely fantastic. And lately we've been reviewing cars, and it seems to be that every car we reviewed is kind of, you know, very well performing, and I actually enjoy every single one of them, regardless of whether, you know, I struggle to get in and out of them. Once I'm in, I love every part of these cars. Okay, so now I want to just show you quickly about how the ProPilot works. So we're going to click ProPilot, and then we're going to click set with this little lever here, and it's going to then take us to 30 mile an hour because it's set now to 30 mile an hour. But if I want to increase that, which we're going to go then to 35, and it's going to keep me going at that speed. You can also alter how close you want to become to the cars in front of you, which is done on this button here, and it literally just keep you going. It's brilliant. It is really good, and it's like adaptive cruise control. It will adapt to your speed of how close you get to the car in front. This one also does have automatic wipers, and also automatic lights, which I think is great. Now as you can see, the car was slowing down then because we're coming to the bend. As again, it's slowing down. I've got to be honest, it's fascinating. It is fascinating. So yeah, this is ProPilot and it is brilliant. Now it's time for our ratings. Now this car is going to score very well. The first one we're going to cover is accessibility. Now I'm going to score that a 3, only because it's difficult for me to get in, but that doesn't mean to say that, you know, others couldn't get in it. Practicality, I'm going to score that a 4 because it is very practical. You can fit my wheelchair into the boot. It's got a lot of storage inside, so that's really good. Comfort, I'm going to score that a 5 because, like I said, it is super comfortable on my back, which is very rare to have a car that scores a 5 on comfort. And performance, I'm going to score that a 3. It is a massive improvement on the previous model, but I do find it personally a little bit heavy on the petrol side. But again, that could just be because of the kind of roads that I've taken it on. You know, motorway usage, I should imagine it should be pretty good. So yeah, overall, this is a really nice car. Would I have one? No, I wouldn't, only because, like I said, it's difficult for me to get in. But then saying that, if I could get in, yes, I would, definitely. Or it would be in one of my top 3 cars that I would be choosing from. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and that bell icon to keep up to date with future reviews. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.